Go. So here we are with our topic for review, and this is our study guide right here, and I'm going to go through each question like I normally do, and so that when you're at home and you're reviewing for your test and you're like, I don't remember how to do that, I need some help, this is the place to be, okay? And so to get started, I do have pencil and paper, I have some, and I have my calculator here, although we are doing this together in class. So number 1 says to solve each equation. Then write the equations in the appropriate box below. Okay, so what your test will look like in Mastery Connect is that you will have something that looks similar to this, and then you will have to take the equations and drag them into each category. So it's kind of like a categorization question. So starting with 8x equals 56. So what I would do is I would write my first equation, 8x equals 56, okay? And they're saying x equals 3. So let's see. I'm substituting my variable, 3, 8 times, whatever. Let's just do this, sorry. 8 times 3 equals 56. Well, 8 times 3 is 24. And remember, this means does not equal 56. So does not equal 56, okay? Well, let's try 7. Does 8 times 7 equal 56? And the answer is yes. Okay, so I would come over here and I would write or drag on your test 8x equals 56. Okay, then I have x plus 5 3/4 equals 8 3/4. So here is another way of going about this. Because right here you have an addition equation. So I would write this down. X plus 5 3/4 equals 8 3/4. Okay? Now, we have an addition equation, as I have said. And we need to isolate the variable x. And to do so, we need to get rid of my 5 3/4. So if I am adding in my equation, I need to perform the inverse operation, which is subtraction. So I would subtract 5 3/4 from both sides of my equation to balance it out. In this case, you don't need your calculator because 3/4 minus 3/4 is going to give you 0, and 8 minus 5 is going to give you 3. So I end up with the whole number 3, which means x equals 3. So I would drag, but in this case write x plus 5 3/4 equals 8 3/4. Okay, I'm going to put a little check that I've assigned them. Now I have x divided by 2 equals 3/5. Now I'm going to write this one down as well. So up here. It's always good to write down your work. So we have notes and we have practice on this. Now, if this is a division equation, the short of it is we've learned that we're just going to multiply the denominator and my rational number on the other side of my equation to balance it. So I'm going to do in my calculator 2 times 3.5. And I get the whole number 7. So I know that x divided by 2 equals 3.5. Okay, and I might put a line to divide those. Check. 2 more. Now I have 2 1/4 plus x equals 9 1/8. So writing this down, 2 1/4 plus x equals 9 1/8. Now again, isolating my variable x, the inverse of addition is subtraction, so I'm subtracting 2 1/4 from both sides. Now in this case, these are not equivalent fractions right here, and they do not have common denominators. So this is where I encourage you, because we're trying to save time. This is kind of like a TCAP thing for you as well. Put this in your calculator. So we're going to start with our mixed number. Okay, So it sets us up. See where I have a mixed number, and I'm going to type in 9, arrow over, and 1 down 8, minus another mixed number. Sorry for that glare. 2 and 1/4. And I get 6 7/8. So in this case, x equals 6 7/8. Now let's think about this. It is not 3 and it is not 7. So therefore, this equation, 2 and 1/4, excuse me, plus x equals 9 1/8 would fall under the neither category, okay? And I have one more. I have x minus 2 56/100 equals 44/100. So again, I'm going to write this down. X minus 2 56/100 equals 44/100. Okay, so I have a subtraction equation, and in order to isolate my variable x, I need to perform the inverse operation, which is adding right here. So in my calculator, I'm typing in 44/100 plus 2.56, and I get the whole number 3. So what this tells me is that, put a draw line here to separate, x minus 2 56/100 equals 44/100 is going to be, the value of x is going to be 3 in this case. So I'm going to put this in this category. I write it down right. So please understand that you will see a problem similar to this in Mastery Connect, and you will be having to solve your equations as we have just done, and then you will drag the equations to the appropriate boxes. Okay? Super-de-duper.